so cold in London right now. I'm wearing my big cozy sweatshirt and I'm thinking about last week when the weather was much warmer and I had the chance to go to Bicester Village. I'm going to show you some of the things that I bought. First thing I want to show you is my purchase from the White Company. I buy a lot of stuff from the White Company for my home as well as gifts. And one of the reasons that I really like to buy gifts from the White Company is because they have this really cute bag that kind of looks like a gift bag. And they have this really cute black ribbon bow as well. You don't have to wrap your gift. But on this occasion, I actually bought a couple of things for myself. I'll show you what I've got. See, everything's wrapped in this really cute tissue paper as well. It's really good for gifts. So this is something I've had my eye on for some time. I saw it in the non-outlet stores a few times and I wanted to buy it, but I just never got around to doing it. And I saw it in the Bicester outlet and I don't remember exactly how much it was, but it was definitely discounted, so I decided to get it. It's a hand wash and hand lotion holder, and to go with it, I got this set of hand wash and hand lotion in the Mustique scent. And I have these in all of my bathrooms. I got some more and these just sort of go in like that. And I thought that would just look really cute in my bathroom. So I got this. I got one more thing, and actually I ended up getting this on my way out because the White Company is one of the closest shops to the entrance of the car park that I came in from. So on my way out, I popped in again and I picked up just one of their room scents, which again I have in all my rooms, and I got this in this scent, and I've used this once before and I really liked it, so I got another one of these. So that's what I got from the White Company. Okay, so the next place I went into was the L'Occitane store. There was a queue. I think there were maybe 2 or 3 people, and it didn't really take long. It was probably about 5 minutes. And yes, there are queues everywhere now, and with some of the more popular stores, you have to join the queue using a QR code. And if it's especially busy, there are times when they do close the queue, so if they feel that they can't accommodate everyone on that day and there are too many names on the queue already, they will just close the queue. So I wasn't able to go to a few of the stores that I really wanted to. But at the L'Occitane store, I ended up getting a couple of things. So I initially went in looking for a hand cream. I used one of their creams, I think it was maybe 3 or 4 years ago now, and I really loved it, and it was kind of a mojito scent, and I never really ended up finding that again. So I went in and I spoke to one of the ladies in the store, and she was really sweet, and she helped me pick a new one which is very similar and comes in this really cute tin. This is actually a set of 3 creams. So they had this huge wall of hundreds of creams, and you could just choose the scent and the type of cream that you wanted, and you buy them in a set of 3. So I ended up getting this green one, which is the one that she recommended, which is a lime, mint, and I think some kind of herbal scent. I thought that was really nice. I also ended up picking this really, really lovely cherry blossom scent, and I didn't think I needed too many hand creams, so I ended up getting a foot cream as my 3rd one. Everyone at the L'Occitane store was so sweet, so another one of the ladies actually gave me a few free samples. So I have this shower gel. I had a choice and I picked the cherry blossom scent because I really liked that in the hand cream, so I have 2 of these. And I also chose this, so it says repair, intensive repair, so I think this is some kind of conditioning treatment. So I have 4 of these. I'm really looking forward to trying these. Next I went to the Todd store. Now I actually really wanted to go to the Gucci store, but unfortunately because of the whole queuing system, they had actually closed the queue for the day, so I wasn't able to get in. So I ended up going to Todd. My sister wears Todds, all of my friends wear them, everyone's been telling me to get them, and so I've been wanting them for so long. And when I first went into the store that day, they unfortunately didn't really have what I was looking for, so I wanted something in a purple or a pink shade, and they had lots of reds and oranges, brown, and they were really nice, but they just weren't what I was looking for. So I left the store, but on my way out of Bicester Village, for some reason I decided to go back in, and I thought, look, I'll just try one of the other colours and I'll see if I like them. And when I went in, I actually ended up finding this really lovely candy pink colour. It's just a dust bag, and this is exactly what I was looking for. It's perfect. So I ended up getting these, and actually they weren't on the shelves when I first went in. I think what happened was they were restocking for the next day. The shop was almost closing, and they were bringing some of the stuff in from the back of the store to set up for the next day. And so they had probably just put this on the shelf when I went in. It's really lucky that I went in again. So I ended up getting these. These are half a size bigger than what I would usually get. So with Tod's, I would recommend that you try on before you buy, because I have noticed that depending on what style and what material you're getting, the sizing is a bit inconsistent. I've worn these once and they're extremely comfortable and I'm really happy with them. They are a little bit pricey if you were to buy them from a non-outlet store, but I think over here they were around 40% off. So as I said, I wasn't able to get into the Gucci store, and because I wasn't able to get in there, I decided to go to the Prada store. I had no plans of going there beforehand, but I'm so glad that I did. There was a bit of a queue. I think it took around 10 minutes, so it wasn't too bad. I'm so glad that I queued up though, because I ended up getting my favourite purchase of the day. Which is this lovely classic pair of shoes. And these aren't even in my size, but I'm so glad that I bought them because they ended up fitting my mum and she's really happy with them. So it's these beige suede pumps. So just a really classic pump with quite a short heel. I think it's just around an inch, which is a good thing because it's going to be super comfortable, but it still looks like you're wearing a really nice pair of heels. And I got these at such an amazing price. I just had to get them even though they weren't my size. So I'm really glad they fit my mum. And that was one of the last things that I bought on the day. I did get a couple of other things which I don't have here to show you. We ended up going to Chloe's store and my sister bought a wallet from there. So it was one of those purse style, one of those longer wallets, and that was really nice. And one other thing, actually this was really lucky as well because I didn't actually know that this store existed there. So I ended up going to the Le Creuset store, and that's a kitchenware brand. And I didn't actually know that store existed, and it's a really small store that they have there, and you would probably miss it if you weren't looking for it. But I came across it and I went in, and I was really lucky to be able to find an item that I really wanted. So I wanted the salt and pepper mills, but I was looking for them in a very specific colour, and they don't stock that colour anymore in some of the other stores. So I ended up getting that, and I'm not quite sure of what the price was. I know that, I mean, they told me that this was a lot cheaper than what it would be in some of the bigger stores like John Lewis, but I wasn't very concerned about the price. I was just super excited to find the colour that I wanted. So I got those. I'm already using them in my kitchen, love them, so really happy with that as well. Other than that, I do think that it was quite packed, I will be honest. There were a lot of people, but the queuing system made everything a lot better in terms of how busy it was in the stores. So when we went into the stores, they weren't as packed, which is good, and so they were controlling the crowd that way. The queues were good. They had staff looking after the queues, making sure that people weren't standing too close together. There was hand sanitizer in all shops and you were required to use it, which again made me feel really comfortable, because that way I knew that everyone else that was touching all the merchandise had sanitized their hands, so it's a lot safer for everyone. One thing that I was expecting, which didn't happen, is they didn't check anyone's temperature when they were entering the village. I don't know where I read it, but I was expecting that to happen, but that's something that they didn't do. I felt very safe. I think that they're doing a great job and you can have a good day while staying safe, and everything was done in a really professional manner. I noticed all the seating areas were open up again, and the restaurants, so if you were thinking of going there and getting something to eat and sitting down just to chill out for a while, that's something that you can do as well, which is something that I was quite concerned about. I wasn't sure whether they would have any seating out due to not wanting people to be too close together and not form groups. But I was really happy to see that they had chairs out everywhere, so whenever I wanted to sit down I could. So that was it for my little Bicester Village haul, but I have one other thing to show you which I'm really excited about. I ended up buying some perfume samples online from a brand that I've read a lot about, and I'm probably going to completely mispronounce their name. I think they're called either labo or labo, I'm not quite sure, but if you know how to pronounce the name, please let me know. But yes, I got some of their perfume samples, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about one of their perfume lines. I just learnt about this recently, and it's called the City line of perfumes. And the concept is that each city that they have chosen has a very specific scent that they have created, and that scent is only available in that city. But for the month of September, they decided to make them available online. And so I was able to buy some scents that were not the London scent, but from other cities. And I was really excited about this because this actually just came up as an Instagram ad. I wasn't looking for this, I didn't know anything about it, but it seems like this is quite a new scent. And so they were advertising it on Instagram. And this scent was the scent for Seoul, South Korea. And the way they described it was a lemon scent, and this was something I was really excited about because I love lemon, I love lime, and I've never really had a nice perfume with a citrusy scent, so I was super excited about this. So I ended up ordering that, and then I got a couple of other samples. So these 4 little samples arrived today in the mail. 3 of them I picked from the City line of fragrances, and one of them, I'm not sure which one, but it's actually from just their standard line of fine fragrances. I've not tested them before, I've just opened them up, so I'm going to test them now, and I'm excited to see whether they actually smell like their description on the website. So I want to start with the Citron 28, which is the one I'm most excited about, but I don't know if you can see, but I'll just show you. So they come with this little label with the name on it, and there is no label for Citron 28. However, one of them comes with this just black tape around it, so I'm assuming this is the one. So let's see if we can get this out. And yeah, so it says on the bottle, Citron 28. Right, so let's have a look at the description. So, real lemon perfume, lemon, ginger, jasmine and musks, inspired by the city of Seoul, South Korea. Right, so let's see whether that's what it smells like. Okay, first impression. No lemon. No lemon at all. Oh, that's disappointing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the lemon becomes more apparent the more it sort of sinks into your skin. I don't know, but definitely no lemon, no sort of citrus scent. I can't detect any ginger, which is another one of my favourite scents. But what I can smell Interestingly, this actually smells a lot like orange blossom, which is my mum's favourite flower, and so we have so many orange blossom scented things at home, and this definitely smells, yeah, this is definitely orange blossom. Strange. It's very nice though. I definitely use it, but I'm just really disappointed that it wasn't the lemony perfume that I was expecting. Okay. So the next one I want to try is Fleur d'Orange. I'm not quite sure how to say this, I'm afraid, but I will show you the label if you can see it. That's the one. And let's see what the description for this says. The description for this one states that this is a orange blossom scent, and this took them 3 years to create. Interesting. And this is a fresh floral with lemony notes, musk, and yeah, that's all it says there. Let's see if that... See, now with this, I'm a little bit confused because I felt that the Citron 28 smelled like the orange blossom. So it'd be interesting to see if the orange blossom one smells more lemony. Let's get this out. Okay, yep, so this is... So let's give this a go. Okay. Okay, first impression. I think this is definitely more lemony than the lemon perfume that I first tried. Oh my god. This is definitely more lemony. I wouldn't say this is a lemon perfume, but I can definitely detect some hints of citrus, more than I could with the Citron 28. This is definitely orange blossom, and it's a bit more musky than the Citron 28. I do like this more than the Citron 28, only because this is slightly more citrus smelling. I would definitely use this, really nice. And I do think that this is more true to its description than the Citron 28 was. This one wasn't part of the City set of fragrances. So this is just one of their fine fragrances. So it's not inspired by a city. And so that means this is available pretty much everywhere and online. Okay, so the next one I'm going to try is this one. And again, I'm not sure I will pronounce it correctly. Old Hyde 44. Okay, so the description for this states that this is inspired by Dallas, and the fragrance is featuring jasmine, woodsy notes, vanilla. That's interesting. Okay, I'm not really able to get this out. I might need to get a pencil to push this out. I couldn't find a pen, so I'm just going to use this nail file. And yep, there you go. Right, that's the one. Let's give this... Okay, first impression, I didn't get any vanilla, but the best way to describe this would be really, really sweet baby powder. That's actually really, really nice. I can probably detect some of the vanilla in the sweetness, but I think, honestly, the best way to describe this is baby powder with a ton of sweetness. I think it's lovely. I will definitely use this. And yeah, I think that's really, really nice. Again, I'm not sure how close it is to the description. It's definitely not as floral as it seems to suggest in the description. It's more powdery and sweet, but it's lovely nonetheless. The last one I have is, once again, probably going to pronounce it incorrectly. If you can see that. Just going to use my nail file again, just because I can't get this out. There we go. I have a description for this. Benjoin or Benjuan, or I mean, I'm just saying it in English, but it sounds like this is a word from a different language, perhaps. So I'm really sorry that I'm mispronouncing it. But so the description says this is inspired by Moscow, and this is actually inspired by Anna Karenina, which is, if you've not heard of this before, it's one of the greatest works of literature. It's a Russian novel, and this is inspired by a moment in which there is a meeting that takes place in a Moscow train station. So this is amber, cedar, musk. Interesting. Let's give this a go. Okay, yes, I think, so first impressions, this is probably the closest to its description of all of the ones that I've tried. So this is definitely amber, cedar. It's a very woody scent. It's very sharp, so this is not a powdery soft scent at all. I do like it, but it's really not the sort of scent that I would choose. I'm not sure if I would use it again. This smells closer to something that I would like as a room fragrance rather than one that I would wear on my skin. But this is definitely the most accurate description. To be honest, one of the reasons that I picked this was because of the mention of Anna Karenina, and I was interested to see how the perfumer would translate that moment into a scent. So that was all of the perfume samples that I had ordered. I think my favourites out of the four were probably the more citrus smelling orange blossom scent and the scent that was inspired by City of Dallas, which was the baby powder scent. I think this is probably the one that I'm going to be wearing the most, and this one I will definitely use, but I'm more excited about this and I'll start using this one straight away. The Citron 28, I don't know if I'm even saying that correctly. Citron 28. I was definitely expecting a lot more from this one, purely because the description just really sold it as a really lemon scent, and I think this definitely did not live up to my expectations. Will I use it? Yes, I probably will. This is probably my third favourite out of all of them. It is a beautiful scent. I'm probably going to share this with my mum. This one again is orange blossom but is more lemony, so this is more to my taste. So that was all my samples. If any of you out there are thinking of buying any of these scents and were just curious as to what they smell like, I hope I was able to help. They are available on the website only for the month of September, so just so you know, right now I am in September while I'm filming, but you'll probably see this a little bit later on, so if it's no longer September, then you will only be able to find the city scents in the cities that they are inspired by. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye!